There's red belt, and that is when you get either failed and you come back, or you run and you come back. It's the worst belt, and it adds a week onto everything. When you get your white belt, you get to go home from Friday night, 7 o'clock, until Sunday at 7 o'clock.
Santana has recently earned her blue belt, giving her the freedom to go home on weekends.
Thank you.
She has only 6 weeks left in her program when unexpectedly she makes a choice to risk it all.
We ran down the hall, out the back door, hopped the big old fence over by work crew, ran to the bottom of the hill.
2 men in their 20s drove up in a car, asked them if they wanted a ride, got in the car, and the next thing you know, these guys are dealing drugs out of the car, renting motel rooms.
And then the next thing you know, I get a phone call because I was out of town, and my daughter tells me that she ran. And I'm going, oh, God, not again.
In the motel room, they found drugs, guns, paraphernalia, and Santana hiding behind a curtain.
The cops were telling me to come out, or they were gonna shoot. And I didn't come out for like 5 minutes. They had to come in there, slam me on the ground, handcuff me.
In the past, when Santana has run, she gets herself in real risky situations.
You know, when my friend came up to me and brought up running, it just like brought up so many memories, like how much fun I had when I was on the run, all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't even going through my head that, like, you know, I only have like 6 weeks left.
You have 3 minors returning.
After her escape, Santana was brought to the Santa Clara County Juvenile Hall, where girls are detained after they are arrested. Like Santana, many repeat offenders will be back within a year.
When a child is used to living a certain way and you try to put them in a controlled environment, usually 4 months isn't enough time. The majority of the girls will come back and they'll have to start over again.
Everything all right here?
Yeah, good. The hall is hard, and it's very depressing because you're in your room most of the time. There's no freedom at all.
Oh. Have you seen her PO? And what'd she say?
Yeah, usually when you come back, it takes about a month to go back.
When girls are admitted to juvenile hall, they are isolated in their rooms for the first 24 hours.
You get about an hour out of your room a day, besides school and all that. You're basically on lockdown.
Pay attention. For the rest of the day, your name is not Susie and Sally and Monica and whatever the else you guys go by. Today, your name is inmate.
Throughout their day at Valley State Prison, Maribel and the other girls in the program are subjected to the same treatment as inmates.
Does everybody understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
State your name.
Inmate Freeman. Inmate Simpson. Inmate Castillo.
Are we friends? Is that why you're talking to me like that? Because we're friends? Do it louder.
Inmate Castillo.
Louder.
Inmate Castillo.
Go. Let's go.
I wanted to go home. I just want to get it out of there.
Go back. Take it back.
State your name.
Ms. Lopez. You wait to be excused. You stand right here and you wait to be excused.
Hours seem so long. Like a minute seems like an hour. I was just thinking that whatever I do from now on, I can end up there.
The inmates at Valley State Prison are trying to reach out to girls in the program because they often share common experiences. Over half of delinquent girls have mothers who've been incarcerated, and a large number of women in prison have been physically or sexually abused, most before they were 18.
How many of you guys got beds like this at home? Is this how you guys' beds look at home? No. How would you feel if your parents bought you a bed like this? This is where your air comes through. That window don't open, that's your window right there. Can you see out of that window? No. I didn't think so. This is your air supply. This is your only means of air when you're locked in this room 22 hours a day. What if you had to live in a room where your toilet is right by your head where you gotta sleep? This is where you drink, brush your teeth, wash your hands. So while your roommate is using the bathroom right here, you sitting on your bed eating your lunch.
They only have a toilet. They only have a bed. Like this mattress this thick.
and they have nothing else but memories. So I feel sorry for them.
Now we're going to go into Vanessa's room.
Every day at the Muriel Wright Center, counselors search the girls' rooms for contraband and to check whether they're following the rules. How well Vanessa scores could affect how long she has to stay here.
Make sure their clothes are folded. Clothes have to be buttoned up. And then we check their boots to make sure there's no mud on them, they're not dusty. Laces aren't tucked in. She did pretty good. She's usually very good on her room. She just missed a couple points.
People get point happy. They take your points away just for any little thing.
Gladys, you lost a point. You lost 2, actually.
Why?
Because you're not supposed to be in somebody else's room.
It was in my room.
Do you want to lose 1 too for defending her?
After 6 weeks, Vanessa has finally earned her blue belt and enough points to go home on the weekends. If she continues doing well, she could be eligible for early release.
When I first got here, I didn't care. I was ready to fail. I was ready to box some girl in here and get back to juvenile, but then it's like, damn, I'm gonna give it a chance. I'm not gonna mess nothing up that I come so far to achieve. You know, my counselor made me realize, what the hell am I fighting for? A color? A number? A side? A town? I should be fighting for my family.
Ahead, Carrie faces the challenges of sobriety.
I did think about that. I did think about that.
Yeah, dude,